Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2026. Today I'm going to do MLB, WNBA, soccer, NFL preseason, golf, NASCAR on this day, news and notes, best bet. I'm going to try to be quick here today. We'll begin with baseball. We'll go over the results from the weekend, and we'll look ahead to the games being played today. All right, Friday. Cubs over the Cards 3-0. Reds over the Marlins 1-0. Pirates over the Red Sox 8-4. White Sox over the Tigers 9-5. O's over the Rays 6-5. Padres over the Guardians 7-5. Jays over the Yankees 3-1. Mets over the Nats 4-1. D-backs over the Braves 2-0. Astros over the Mariners 10-7-10 on a walk-off home run by Christian Walker. Royals over the Angels 7-6. A's over the Rangers 8-3. Dodgers over the Brewers 3-1. Rockies over the Giants 5-2. So best bet lost by 1 run. Alright, Saturday. White Sox over the Tigers 4-3. Cards over the Cubs 8-4. Giants over the Rockies 7-1. Jays over the Yanks 4-1. Mets over the Nats 5-4. O's over the Rays 4-3-10. Marlins over the Reds 8-4. Guardians over the Padres 6-1. Phillies over the Twins 9-1. Mariners over the Astros 10-5. D-backs over the Braves 10-3. Red Sox over the Pirates 4-0. Brewers over the Dodgers 4-1. Angels over the Royals 1-0. And the Rangers over the A's 5-3. Alright, and yesterday, O's over the Rays 10-2. Braves over the D-backs 5-3. Pirates over the Red Sox 8-3. White Sox over the Tigers 7-5. Marlins over the Reds 7-1. Yanks over the Jays 4-3-10. Padres over the Guardians 5-0. Mets over the Nats 4-3. Phillies over the Twins 7-5. Cards over the Cubs 11-4. Rockies over the Giants 13-7. A's over the Rangers 5-2. Royals over the Angels 3-0. Brewers over the Dodgers 6-2. And Mariners over the Astros 3-2 on Sunday Night Baseball. Alright, and now today at 1:30, just about to start, is Cards Reds doubleheader game 1. Quinn Matthews and Kent Emanuel making his debut for the Reds. The Cards are minus 110. The Reds are even money over under 9.5. Unders minus 122. Overs even money. Cards minus 1.5 is plus 138. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 166. I'm going to go with the Cardinals at minus 110, but I don't feel good about it. 6 o'clock, O's Rays. Brandon Young and Shane McClanahan. Rays minus 158. O's plus 146. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 122. Unders even money. O's plus 1.5 is minus 162. Rays minus 1.5 plus 134. Under. 6:30, Marlins Phillies. Jansen Junk and Christopher Sanchez. Phillies minus 245. Marlins plus 225. Over under 8. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Marlins plus 1.5 is plus 102. Phillies minus 1.5 minus 132. Under 8 minus 105. Doubleheader game 2. Cardinals Reds. Andre Palante and Rhett Lauder. Cards minus 116. Reds plus 106. Over under 9. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. Cards minus 1.5 plus 132. Reds plus 1.5 is minus 160. I'm going to go Cardinals here again at minus 116, so I think the Cardinals pull off a sweep here. 7 o'clock on ESPN, Tigers, Pirates. Oh, they probably picked this game thinking, oh, this is a slight chance this is Scooble Skeens, but nope. It's Framber Valdez and Carmen Mlodzinski. Tigers minus 108, Pirates even money over under 8.5, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Tigers minus 1.5 plus 146, Pirates plus 1.5 minus 176. I'm taking the Pirates at even money. Diamondbacks, Red Sox. Mitch Bratt and Alec Gamboa. Red Sox minus 130, D-backs plus 120, over under 9, overs minus 105, unders minus 115. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 188. Red Sox minus 1.5 plus 155. That's a tough one. I'm surprised how light the favorite the Red Sox are. I think it's because of the starting pitcher. I'm going to go under 9 at -115. Padres Mets. Walker Buehler and Nolan McLean. Mets -120. Padres +110. Over under 8. Overs -112. Others -108. Padres +1.5 is -192. Mets -1.5 +158. I don't feel good about it. But I'm going to go with the over only because of Walker Buehler. Just don't trust him. 7:30 A's Royals. Mason Barnett and Michael Wacha. Royals -178, A's +164 over under 9, -110 each way. A's +1.5, -126. Royals -1.5 +105. I like the Royals on the run line, -1.5 +105. I just don't like how the A's have been playing. Braves Twins. Martin Perez and Bailey Ober. Braves -122, Twins +112 over under 9.5. Overs even money, unders -122. Braves -1.5 +126, Twins +1.5 is -152. I'm gonna go lay the run line with the Braves -1.5 at +126. 8 o'clock White Sox Cubs. Great game. Luis Castillo and Shota Imanaga. Cubs -156, White Sox +144 over under 8.5. Overs even money, unders -122. White Sox +1.5 is -154. Cubs -1.5 is +128. I'm gonna go with over at even money. And at 8:30 is Dodgers Rockies. Blake Snell and Tamayuki Sagano. Dodgers -250, Rockies +230 over under 11. Overs -104, unders -118. Dodgers -1.5 is -172. Rockies +1.5 is +42. I'm going to go with the under because I think that number is too high. Alright, that's it for baseball. Now we'll move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from the weekend. Look ahead to the lone game tonight. Friday, Fever over the Wings, 98-87. Fire over the Storm, 84-82. Saturday, Liberty over the Sun, 82-75. Mystics over the Spark, 80-70. Lynx over the Aces, 92-87. And yesterday, Sky over the Storm, 82-80. Fever over the Dream, 95-91. The Fire over the Mercury, 88-85. 10 o'clock on Peacock and NBCSN, we have Wings Valkyries. Really good game. The Valkyries are giving 6.5. Totals 162.5. I'm going to go with the over. I think that is a low total, and I think the point spread is spot on. Now we will move on to the soccer from the weekend. We'll go over the results from the weekend and look ahead to today. Friday, Women's League, Gotham over KC 2-1, San Diego, Denver 1-1 draw, Seattle over Chicago 1-0, Utah over Bay FC 3-2, Coppa Italia Parma over Catania 2-0, Cagliari over Azzurro 1-0, Monza over US Avellino 3-0, and Fiorentina over Benevento 4-1. ELC Wolverhampton Blackburn 2-2 draw, Dutch Eredivisie Sparta over Telstar 3-1. The Pro League, Neom SC over Al Faya 2-1. El Etifak over Al Raida 4-2. Al Hilal over Al Faislai 4-2. Scottish League Cup, Kilmarnock over Ayr United 3-2. Saturday, La Liga, Alaves over Getafe 3-0. Sevilla over Rayo Vallecano 2-1. MLS, Atlanta over Red Bulls 2-1. Montreal DC 1-1 draw. Charlotte over Columbus 3-1. Orlando Cincy 1-1 draw. Toronto over New England 2-1. Houston over the Galaxy 1-0. Nashville over Miami 4-1. Colorado over Sporting KC 2-0. Salt Lake, Minnesota 1-1 draw. San Diego over LAFC 1-0. And St. Louis over San Jose 3-1. Women's League, Louisville over Boston 4-1. Portland over Orlando 2-1. Liga MX, Adelante Toluca 0-0 draw. Monterrey over FC Juarez 6-1. Atlas over Tigres 2-1. Coppa Italia, Catanzaro, Sudrol 2-2 draw. Sudrol is 4-3 on penalties. Udinese over Padova 1-0. Venezia over Modena 3-2. And Torino over Carise 1-0. Dutch Eredivisie, NEC Nijmegen over Willem 2 4-1. AZ Alkmaar FC Utrecht 4-1. PSV Eindhoven over Excelsior 2-1. And Fortuna over SC Camber 3-1. The Pro League, Al Tawoun, Al Khalij 0-0 draw. Al Ittihad, Al Khaloud 1-1 draw. Al Nasser over Al Fateh 3-0. Sunday, La Liga, Racing Santander, Villarreal 2-2 draw. Espanyol over Levante 3-0. The Community Shield, Arsenal beat Man City 3-0. MLS, Chicago over Portland 2-1. The Union over NYCFC 3-2. Dallas over Austin 2-1. Vancouver over Seattle 2-0. Women's League, Houston over North Carolina 3-2. And Angel City, Washington 1-1 draw. Liga MX, Unam Querétaro 0-0 draw. America over Atletico 3-0. Guadalajara over Santos 1-0. And Tijuana over Cruz Azul 2-1. Coppa Italia, Frosinone over Juve Stabia 4-1. Genoa over Ascoli 4-1. Verona Entella 2-2 draw. Verona wins 3-2 on penalties. And Montova over Lazio 2-0. The French Trophy des Champions, Lens over PSG 1-0. ELC Watford over Southampton 2-1. Burnley West Ham 2-2 draw. Dutch Eredivisie, FC Groningen over ADO Den Haag 4-1. FC 20 over PC Zwolle 3-1. Feyenoord Go Ahead Eagles 2-2 draw. And Ajax Heerenveen 2-2 draw. And then today, La Liga 3 o'clock. Deportivo Elche. We'll do some picks actually. For the games that have yet to be played today. Let's see here. Deportivo plus 120, Elche plus 270, draw 2-1. I'm going Deportivo plus 120. Coppa Italia going on now is Pisa Empoli and Sassuolo Cesena. 245 Cremonese and Sampdoria. Cremonese plus 110, Sampdoria plus 270, draw plus 210. Going with Cremonese plus 110. And 315 Palmero and Lecce. Palmero plus 120, Lecce plus 230, draw plus 230. Going with Palmero plus 120. ELC is Cardiff City and Wrexham. Cardiff plus 155, Wrexham plus 165, draw plus 240. Going with the draw plus 240. Kings Cup, Al Anwar, Al Ali going on now, as well as Al Tai, Al Kadiash, and Al Zulfi and Al Rida. 2 o'clock, Al Adala and Al Faya. I'm going to go with over 2.5, and Al Raid and Al Halal will go with under 3.5. And then tonight we have Liga MX, 9 o'clock, Necaxa Leon. So, Necaxa plus 150, Leon plus 160, draw plus 250. I'm going to go with the draw plus 250. And 11 o'clock, Pachuca and Puebla. Pachuca minus 195, Puebla plus 470, draw plus 340. I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals at plus 120. I think I'll probably be recording. I'll try to record early tomorrow, so I'm not going to look into tomorrow's soccer plus time. NFL preseason, we'll go over everything from the weekend. Friday, Bucks over the Jets 24-16, Commanders over the Dolphins 20-7, Broncos over the Falcons 27-7. And then Saturday was busy. Vikings over the Giants 13-10, Bills over the Panthers 29-14, Bears over the Browns 34-10, Jags over the Saints 24-20, Rams over the Chiefs 20-12, Ravens over the Eagles 24-7, Cowboys over the Seahawks 17-7. So there, I don't really have time to go into details with the NFL preseason stuff, but we saw the starters playing Vikings Giants. We saw Josh Allen play. We did not see Mahomes. We saw Deshaun Watson. We the Eagles really didn't do much. So yeah, we'll talk more preseason. Quarterback rankings are Wednesday, by the way. So now we'll move on to golf. I'm just gonna go over the top 25 from the FedEx St. Jude. And your winner with a score of 17 under, the best golfer in the world, Scotty Scheffler. Second place with 9 under, Siwoo Kim. Tied for third with 8 under is Alex Noren and Sam Burns. Tied for fifth with 7 under, Wyndham Clark and Sun J.M. Tied for seventh with 6 under, Xander Schauffele, Lovey Gayberg, Hideki Matsuyama, Jake Knapp, Tommy Fleetwood. Tied for 12th, 5 under, Bud Cauley, Matt Fitzpatrick, Adam Scott, Patrick Cantlay, Nico Echevarria, Tom Kim, Kurt Kautama. Tied for 19th, 4 under, Matt McNeely, Pierce Cutie, Patrick Rogers, Jordan Spieth, Victor Hovland. Tied for 24th, 3 under, Max Homa, Harry Hall, Ryan Gerard, Alex Smalley, Jackson Coven, JT Potson. So that's your top 25, about 29-ish for that tournament. And now we'll move on to NASCAR. We had 2 races over the weekend. We had Truck and Cup. The Truck race was Saturday afternoon from Richmond. Your winner was Caden Honeycutt. Coming in second was Corey Heim. Third, Christian X. Fourth, Shane Van Gisbergen. Fifth, Grant Effinger. Sixth, Jake Garcia. Seventh, Chandler Smith. Eighth was Tristan McKee. Ninth, Gio Ruggiero. 10th, Daniel Hemrick. The rest, Tyler Ankrum, Nick Leitz, Tanner Gray, Landon Lewis, Lane Riggs, Parker Eatman, Leyland Honeyman, Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski, that was my pick, Brendan Quaid, Corey LaJoy, Cole Butcher, Andres Perez de Lara, Derek Lemke, Mason Massey, Dawson Sutton, Justin Haley, Connor Hall, Meanie Tyrell, Frankie Muniz, Chris Wright, Elliott Sadler, Timmy Hill, Spencer Boyd, Dynasty Spurlock, and Stuart Friesen. And the Cup Series from Richmond from Saturday night, your winner, Joey Logano. I think that's who I picked. I said either him or Denny Hamlin was going to win. I don't remember who I pulled the trigger on. I think I said Denny Hamlin, and it ended up being Logano. Coming in second was Chase Briscoe. Third, Austin Cindric. Fourth, Denny Hamlin. Fifth, Chase Elliott. Sixth, Kyle Larson. Seventh, Chris Bell. Eighth, Josh Berry. Ninth, William Byron. 10th, Alex Bowman. The rest, Tyler Riddick, Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Gibbs, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Preece, Noah Gragson, Austin Dillon, Bubba Wallace, Chris Boucher, Jonathan Nemechek, Austin Hill, Riley Herbst, Connor Zilch, Brad Kozlowski, Eric Jones, Michael McDowell, Cole Custer, Todd Gilliland, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Dillon, AJ Allmendinger, Cody Ware, Josh Belicki, Zane Smith, Carson Hostvar. So there you have it for the NASCAR. Now I'll move on to On This Day, brought to you by All Sports News. We have to do Fridays because Fridays wasn't posted when I recorded the podcast. 14 was Friday. So we don't have today's. That's fine. We can hold off. So August 14th, 2014, Rob Manfred elected MLB commissioner. 2017, Marvin Bagley III commits to Duke. 2020, Bulls fire Jim Boylan. 2015, John Farrell diagnosed with cancer. 2021, Tyler Gilbert throws a no-hitter. 2023, Patriots signs Ezekiel Elliott. And James Harden calls GM Daryl Morey a liar amid trade dispute. 2015, Matt Kemp hits for the cycle. 2020, GM Vlade Divac steps down from the Kings. 2024, Falcons acquire Matt Judon. 2013, Timberwolves re-signed Nikola Pekovic. In 2016, Andy Murray wins Olympic gold in tennis. Alright, August 15th, this was Saturday, 2012. Felix Hernandez pitches a perfect game. I believe that was against the Rays. And Melky Cabrera suspended for PED use. Wow, Melky Cabrera. Wonder he fell off the face of the earth. 2020 Pelicans fire Alvin Gentry. 2024 U.S. men's national team hires Mauricio Pochetta as coach. 2013 MLB to implement instant replay system. 2019 DeMarcus Cousins tears his ACL. 2015 Chargers extend Phillip Rivers. 2022 Rangers fire Chris Woodward. 2020 Damian Lillard named NBA Bubble MVP. I didn't even know there was a Bubble MVP. That is so stupid. 2023 the Colts name Anthony Richardson starting quarterback. 2017 Giancarlo Stanton hits 11th home run in 12 games. And 2020 Alex Smith cleared to return after devastating leg injury. And now, from yesterday, August 16th, 2013, Phillies fired Charlie Manuel. 2015, Jason Day wins PGA Championship. 2016, Braves call up Dansby Swanson. 2017, Leon Draisaitl signs 8-year, $68 million extension. 2019, Fernando Tatis Jr. likely out for the year. NFL reinstates Josh Gordon. 2022, A's call up Shea Langoliers. 2021, Celtics extend Marcus Smart. 2017, Jared Weaver retires from baseball. 2022, Braves extend Michael Harris II. 2013, Phillies named Ryan Sandberg intern manager. And 2016, Marcel Darius suspended 4 games. So there you have it for on this day. Now move on to news and notes. So Joshua Baez, who is a young prospect on the Cardinals, made his MLB debut, and he had a 3-homer game. Wow. The Mavericks still prefer a Klay Thompson trade as the Heat are the front of the line, hoping for a buyout. Wizards, Heat, and Nuggets showing interest in DeMar DeRozan. The Wizards made an offer to Russell Westbrook as he turned down a 2-year deal before announcing his retirement. Najee Harris is visiting with the Giants. Tyron Tracy takes blame for the dart hit in the preseason game, as he said, play really just on me. Aww. John Harbaugh, though, says he was happy with Odell, as he says he's looking pretty good in the preseason game against the Vikings. Jackson Dart says he's puzzled by an NFL protocol as he was trying to wrap his head around concussion guidelines after a hit against the Vikings. They're being too hard on him. And then he comes back out of the tent and throws a touchdown to Malachi Fields. Karl Anthony Towns and Jordan Woods got married. So that's exciting. The San Francisco Giants to call up Tugboat. As Matt Wilkinson joins the roster after being acquired in the Patrick Bailey trade. Trying to find some other stuff that's important. The first AP poll came out for the season, and Ohio State is number 1. And then Oregon, Georgia, Notre Dame, and Texas. That's your top 5. Indiana, Miami, A&M, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. 11 through 15 is LSU, Texas Tech, Alabama, BYU, USC. 16 through 20 is Michigan, Washington, Penn State, SMU, Tennessee. And the bottom 5 is Utah, Iowa, Houston, Louisville, and Missouri. I still haven't finished my preseason projections, so I have to because the season starts in about a week and a half. So I gotta get going with that. Last conference I was working on was the Mountain West. I still have the Pac-12 to do the SEC and the Sun Belt. And then it's gonna be predictions time. So that's your AP poll. Von Miller to the Cowboys, 1 year, $5.5 million deal, max value of 7.5. The question is Von Miller a name, or is he a productive player? That's my question with this. I like the signing by Dallas, but we'll see. The NBA refutes ESPN Kawhi report as league says investigation into Clippers and Kawhi has not concluded. Cristiano Ronaldo hints at retirement as he says this is probably his last year in the game. UFC 330 main event as Islam Makhachev beats Gary after a unanimous decision. Brees Hall strained his groin. Aaron Glenn thinks that this injury is not a big deal. Jamal Adams out for the year. Season-ending knee injury against the Giants. Kyle Monaghay left practice after hurting knee, but is believed to be fine. Marcus Mariota suffers a sprained MCL as he'll be likely sidelined the remainder of the preseason. Cardinals rookie offensive lineman Chase DeSantis out for the year after tearing his MCL. Jeremiah Love has a high ankle sprain, unlikely to play again in the preseason, but hopes he can make the season opener. Miami dismisses transfer wide receiver as Cam Vaughn joined the team from West Virginia this offseason. There was a report that Herbert Jones was acquired by the Lakers from the Pelicans, but I don't see it on Bleacher Reports. Maybe that was just fake news. The Colts will not trade Anthony Richardson as he's seen as a valuable depth piece, but is still hoping for a move. Cowboys linked to Adoree Jackson after Von Miller signing. Aaron Donald practices again as he appears on the NFL's transaction wire as working out for the Rams. Christian Gonzalez not happy with Robert Kraft as he didn't love New England's owner's public remark on contract talks. And then Sean McVay says he doesn't want to set an invisible deadline for Aaron Donald to make a decision. Shader Sanders looked bad in that preseason game. He sucks. Tommy John passed away at the age of 83. Thoughts and prayers to his family, friends, and the Yankees and Dodgers organizations and his ex-teammates. Aaron Judge able to play catch as he expects, Aaron Boone expects Judge to return this year and amid ramp up to baseball activity. Paul Skeenson pitched yesterday as he pushed the manager pushed the next start to Wednesday amid injury and velocity concerns. Justin Wrobelski on the IL with left forearm inflammation. That's not cool for the Dodgers. Carlos Santana granted release as he's seeking new team after leaving Braves AAA team. Wonder if that's a Yankees option, but probably not. And Aroldis Chapman's vesting option as he's reached 40 innings pitched, putting himself on track to return to club on a $13 million salary in 2027 with the Red Sox. So there you have it for news and notes. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Like I said, the other day was a loser. I do have a game, and I'm going to lay a run line with a really good team against a team that ain't it. I'm laying 1.5 with the Atlanta Braves against the Minnesota Twins, -1.5 at +126 for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Look at everything come tomorrow as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.